You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
Okay. Oh, nice drawing. Anyway, we are about to go get some information from Anton Sokolov, the guy we abducted in the previous mission. We need him to tell us who the Lord Regent's mistress is, since she is financing their army. Well, Pendleton seems to have had enough of his memoirs. And the Admiral isn't recording anything either. Maybe they've been too busy with Sokolov.
Martin to be High Overseer. Let us all praise their choice. The dance of investiture will take place without delay.
Martin is the new High Overseer. I guess that shouldn't be surprising now that we've handed him all of Campbell's blackmail material.
I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers shaped like snowflakes. Okay. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock.
Right.
I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion.
Okay. Hey, hold on.
You require my unique services? We can quickly return to my shop.
This is the only time I will ever buy anything from you. That's a bottle of brandy. You're not gonna have that, creep.
Can't you see I'm about to bathe?
It's weird that you can't just immediately say, hey,
We have such a hard time maintaining
sorry.
privacy in such a crowded house.
Piero is a massive creep, by the way.
I can't believe this. When I took this job, they told me I'd work with good men.
You need to bother her a second time to do that.
I feel dirtier than when I started.
Yeah, so would I. And now Piero doesn't want to talk to us, or sell us anything. That's why we got the brandy before informing Callista.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time.
He seems totally broken by the loss of his brothers.
I believe you and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows what loyalty means.
Bah, I am loyal to my inner spirit.
So this is the Hound Pit's pub.
With the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Corvo was
That's
innocent.
probably the fighting bit there.
And the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant.
And the cages for the Hound.
The heart of the Empire.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. But whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond petty scare tactics.
If I don't scare you, Sokolov, perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry plague. I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse. How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats?
It takes like
At the company you
2 seconds for the rats to kill everyone.
It's the
They meet.
company you keep that interests us, Sokolov. We know
I don't think releasing them is a very good idea.
the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you.
This has gone on long enough.
You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
Right.
King Street brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste.
Some legendary willpower
I
there.
can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight, the timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the grounds. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
I swear I never saw her face. Although I can vouch that her hindquarters are the finest in the city. Perhaps.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
No, I won't do that. Had we broken into art dealer Bunting's safe earlier in the Golden Cat level instead of just bypassing it, you can still do it even if you give the combination to Slackjaw. We would have an invitation to the Boyle costume ball.
And did you sink me?
Of course, dozens. Oh yes. But that's not for young girls to hear about.
Then I will be Empress, won't I? And then I'll have to see lots of enemy ships myself. And that's what Empresses do mostly, isn't it?
He was jealous of my
I knew
agile
it!
brain,
I read that some pirate ships have witches aboard that can cause storms and make whales do what they want.
And what
Is that
can
true?
I say about him?
Yes.
Sokolov,
Mostly.
he did
Maybe you should be
improve
quiet
on
about
some
Very
inventions.
well.
He did well for himself, in his way. He had many admirers among the aristocracy, especially those who lack a solid background in matters.
I don't know why Piero assumes he would be invited to talk at Sokolov's funeral.
They say his work was genius. That remains to be seen. Time will tell.
He also seems to be looking forward to his death very, very much.
Dear Uncle, it's been a while since I've heard from you. And with the way things are going, I can't be sure we'll see each other again. I just wanted to tell you I'm doing well, and I'm safe.
River crust on the upper left there
My job.
is something we
A young girl
are going
is
to
better than I
bump into
expected,
in the game later.
though she can be very trying.
There were some in the previous mission,
There is enough
however,
to eat,
we
a fair
didn't meet any of them.
I suppose. We are the last of our family, Uncle Colonel. We just have to go on living.
They're just sort of armored shells that hang around and then open up to shoot maybe acid at you. It's quite nasty and they're very annoying to deal with.
The Boyle costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
Okay.
Grief, the Lord Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around.
And here's the introduction to a new type of enemy.
That mask of yours lets you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
They're not only harder to fight against, but also harder to sneak around because they're tall. which gets them around the usual guard problem of not really being able to see above them at all.
Unauthorized intruders will be expelled or apprehended on...
You can get in through the sewer there. There's a key on the riverbed just next to the door.
To sing that evening in the garden, but she lost her voice right at
It's
the
very
start.
quick.
And that's a crime?
Wait.
However, the mission I think is
Passing, and they had one of their...
one of the most disappointing ones in the entire game.
So she stopped singing.
Once you're inside the building, there's really not much gameplay at all to blending into the crowd. And so, I'm not going to take the easy way in, or the other easy way in, which would be through the front gate with an invitation. It doesn't matter whether you've got the invitation from Bunting safe or not, because a guest on the outside will just drop one and you can get it from the ground. It's, like I said, quite disappointing. So in order to get at least some sneaking out of the mission, I'm gonna take the long way around. The idea inside is that there are 3 Boyle women. They are dressed identically, except in different colors. We'll need to figure out which one of the Boyle women we're actually after, and what they are wearing. Should we go inside just to do the party? We could find out both of these things through 3 conversations. Just talk to one guy to get the name, and get a drink to a woman to get the color. It doesn't make for very exciting gameplay, so we're just gonna try to do this by talking and interacting with as few people as possible, which fortunately requires some stealth.
Hello. The Boyles hope you have a wonderful time tonight.
Careful. We tried for a peek upstairs, and the man on duty is an ass.
I should have taught him some manners.
We could sign the guest book. We're not going to. Ghosts don't write.
A party like this, anyone might have crept in.
Excuse me, my cousin is a marquis.
Careful.
Of course I don't
The Wall
mean
of
you,
Light is a gift from
but
the
people
Lord
are
Regent,
desperate.
designed
And
to
the
keep his
Boyles
good
are
friends
awfully
safe.
wealthy these
I
days.
doubt you qualify.
Nonsense. Waverly just hires officers from the Watch to impress
Did you
people.
Think
hear
you'll
about
get your
her
own
sister?
squad after what
You'll
happened last
never
night?
believe it.
Indeed.
Never ever.
What is it now?
She had her jobber pick up a boy in the street, barely 16 years old, no family left.
I thought her interests were confined to her family.
I think she ran out of family a while ago.
What's it all about? And how do you know this?
My servants heard it from hers, naturally. They were sexual rights, I can only assume.
The only good thing about the mission, I think, is the vast amount of conversations you can eavesdrop on.
For the outsider.
It characterizes the aristocracy in the city very well. And now we just need to do the most outrageous bit of sneaking in the entire game. Nobody's looking at me. It is completely insane that they didn't see me.
Sickening rat.
All the Boyles' rooms are upstairs. So we're gonna sneak into the rooms to figure out which one is our target. The painting right there would be of the Lord Regent if this were the room of the Mistress. So now we need to check out the other rooms. there we go. A painting of the Lord Regent. And a letter from him. So it's Esma Boyle, and she's wearing red. And as a bonus, there's a skeleton key to the Dunwall Tower. Had it not been Esma, we could have just taken a secret passage to Waverly's room, right there on the other side. It's just a simple climb inside Esma's room, and then a straight hallway above the roof there. It's very easy to do, and it just takes a bit of time. So we're lucky it was Esma. Get all the fun sneaking bits, and don't have to waste time doing much more at all. The guard there doesn't even notice me falling from the forbidden area.
I know your mission tonight. We must speak privately.
You'll see that I have our objective pop-ups on now. They're there for a reason.
Pendletons, and I've done a few favors for your cause. I know your purpose here tonight. And how to say this? Your target is the woman I love. I swear that if you'll bring her to me unharmed, you will never hear of her again. There's a cellar directly below the kitchen. I'll wait for you there. I'm not proud of this, but surely it's better than seeing her killed.
We just passed her coming inside the room.
I won't harm her, I swear.
Since it's Esma, we could have just killed her without talking to Brisby there.
Oh, hello, handsome.
She's quite keen to go up to her room.
In the flesh. Now, do you know what my...
So it's very easy to get her alone and unprotected and undiscoverable.
Danger?
However, we're doing something different now.
I love it. What happens next? Are you gonna tie me up? Oh, yes, of course I can. Anything.
Brisby wants me to take Esma there unharmed, so she can basically abduct her and keep her as a prisoner for the rest of her life.
I think I've proven.
I told you not to bring that up.
There's a great deal I could offer you.
He's, I think, not right in the head.
What if I said I could get you out of the city, away from all this, to Serkonos or further?
And, you know, we're not using any of Piero's stuff because we think he's a creep, so I'm sort of reluctant to just straight give Esma to Brisby. Esma's the only one you can lure upstairs.
Enjoying yourself?
However, all of them are easy to get downstairs once you've talked to Brisby, and once you're there, there's nothing stopping you from just killing her instead of choking her and then delivering her to Brisby. So both of the options are, I think, equally easy to do. And there we go, she's unconscious. But we're not gonna give her to him alive. There you go, creep.
Found her! Quickly, let's get her on board.
And she is dead.
Last, oh my love. Someday you will understand. You'll never know how happy you've made me. Someday she'll learn to appreciate me. After all, she'll...
He didn't notice though. Sorry dude, but I do think this is better for her in the long run. Plus you're insane and I don't like you. Now just to get away. They've noticed that Esma is missing, they always do that. So they'll be closing the big gate in the water. And Samuels has had to move. But if you're quick enough here, you can just swim under the gate they're closing. And don't need to sneak above water. The mission really only has a tiny bit of sneaking at the start if you do it entirely in the party, and not much gameplay at all. There we are.
I hope you enjoyed your evening, sir. But we'd best be on our way. Quickly.
Well, it was a decent evening. I would have preferred more sneaking, but that was alright, I think.
Lord Pendleton said he would meet us here. I checked the wine cellar. Losing family gives a man a thirst.
Probably celebrating that guy. Pendleton's doing well for himself. His brothers are gone and he's in control of the entirety of the family account, the voting block. He's become a pretty powerful man. Also, I don't think he was a big fan of any of the Boyle women.
Criminal is believed to be hiding in a quarantine.
You did it. And now we've done away with a woman, and a noble woman at that. But Boyle was a viper. She helped the Lord Regent kill the Empress. So I don't feel a thing for her. I've heard from Lord Shaw this morning, which means my note was not delivered. This puts me in an awkward position. But then, you weren't the one who said his wife had the face of a playground. Thank you.
Had we delivered the note, we would have been driven into a duel against Lord Shaw.
But I fear it's not over.
So, fuck you, Pendleton.
I've already cooked up something more for you. They would like to see you now, in Havelock's chambers above the bar.
Things seem to be moving quite quickly.
The streets adjacent to Boyle Manor remain off limits pending an ongoing investigation.
Corvo, the time has come. Everything we have done, everything that you have done, has served to make this moment possible.
The Lord Regent is exposed, Corvo. Vulnerable. And now everything is in place to strike at him. We're one step from the throne.
One man, one beating heart, is all that's left of the forces that brought this city to the brink of ruin.
It is simple, but it will be far from easy. The Lord Regent's paranoia has reached an all-time high. He has lost the support of the Overseers, the Parliament, his financial base, and he's lost Sokolov, who made his security technology. So at Dunwall Tower, he has consolidated every remaining loyal man around him.
He knows something is coming. He knows you are coming. And everything depends on him being correct. Piero will help you prepare. Then Samuel will take you close to the tower, near the waterlock. Last time you were there was the horrible day that all of this started. Now you will go there and end it. Good luck, Corvo.
I'm not sure what else we could say, other than our hopes are riding on you.
You've come very far.
There's a map of the tower.
You're almost there.
Ominous.
Hello, love.
Okay. We've gone a full circle. Next time it's the Lord Regent. Back at Dunwall Tower, where this entire thing began.
Lord Regent, about time we took care of my say. Long past time.
That will be tomorrow.